It's Sunday morning, the first day of the week for us, and after feeding my starter and making school sandwiches, I can finally sit down with my first coffee and ease into a little crochet time. I'm working on the scalloped edging, the framing section of my Granny Stripe Shawl. I finished the scallops on the first side, and now I'm making a single crochet into each stitch along the foundation chain on the upper part of the shawl. So you can see I'm using the upper loop only of each of the foundation chain stitches. This small routine is completely non-negotiable for me. It's the highlight of my morning, and it sets such a positive tone before I move into all the house chores that's waiting for me today. Welcome and welcome back. If you're new here, I'm Moran, sharing gentle moments of daily life here in Israel. I hope this video brings a bit of calm and inspiration to your day. Before we begin, I just want to mention I've had a bit of a sore throat for the last couple of days, so my voice might sound a little different than usual. It's also pretty stormy and raining today, so I'm not sure how much talking I will manage in this vlog, but I hope you will enjoy it anyway. In today's video, I'm sharing my full Sunday reset routine. We'll be making a fresh batch of kefir and trying the wet rendering method for tallow for the first time, and of course, a little more progress on my Granny Stripe Shawl. It feels like our kefir getting thicker and smoother. Maybe it's because I let it ferment for quite a long time before making the next batch. Not sure. Many of you here recommended that I don't wash the jar when making a new batch, but from time to time I do feel the need to wash it. It's a bit too much for me to keep it unwashed for more than 1 or 2 batches. And while the jar dries, I will start making the tallow. We are completely out of tallow here, so today I'm making a new batch, but this time I'm trying the wet rendering method. I've never tried it before, I only done the dry method until now. Last week I ordered grass-fed beef fat, and my lovely butcher cleaned it and ground it for me. It makes the whole process a lot easier. Before getting into it, I watched quite a few video tutorials here on YouTube to learn the method, and I'm adding about 3 cups of water and around 2 tablespoons of salt, then popping it in a preheated oven at 100 Celsius degrees for about 4 to 5 hours. The wet method takes quite a few steps and it's a lot longer, but it should make an odorless tallow, which is exactly what I need, especially for my tallow balm. I'm trying it here with you for the first time, so let's see how it works. For the kefir, I'm using whole goat milk. It's our favorite, and I think 1 jar will be enough for today's batch. Usually my Sundays are a little more focused on tidying up. I do keep a daily tidy up routine during the week, but on Sundays I like to go a bit deeper, especially after the weekend. On weekends, we tend to spend more time at home together. Sometimes we have guests. There's a lot of cooking and dining happening, and we all spend a bit more time crushing on these sofas, so things build up quickly. We do have a cleaner who comes every other week to help, but on weeks when she's not working, I give the place a little more extra love. It just feels needed after a busy weekend at home. The house really needs a proper reset for a fresh start to the week. It doesn't take very long, unless you're trying to take footage for your vlog. But now seriously, these small tasks make such a difference. They help me feel more organized and give the whole home a calmer feeling. My brain works much better when my space feels clean. For me, caring for my home is in many ways caring for myself. This fake flowers bouquet that I got in Dorset last summer, my new mushroom decorations, and my chamomile and sage crochet flowers really bring me so much joy. I make most of my cleaning products at home. For mirrors, I use a simple 50-50 mix of water and vinegar. For other surfaces, it's just water with a few drops of dish soap and a touch of lavender oil. And for sinks and the bathtub, I usually go with 50-50 blend of dish soap and vinegar. They're all so easy to make and much less toxic way to keep the house clean. These little miniature textile boxes were part of a weaving project I made back when I was a student. They're still so special to me, and for years they've been sitting as a small decoration in our guest toilets. Lately I find myself thinking they deserve a better place, somewhere they can be seen and appreciated, not just tucked away in a quiet shelf, but for now they will stay right where they are. And now that I'm done, washed and dressed for the day, it's almost lunchtime. My Sunday reset routine usually takes much less time, but moving around with my tripod and trying to catch all the little moments for the vlog is quite time-consuming. Still, I really enjoy bringing you along, so I don't mind the extra effort. I'm also testing out these new beeswax candles today. I believe they are a much healthier choice than the usual candles I buy from IKEA. And you often ask about the products that I use at home, and I have linked most of them for you in my Amazon storefront. You can find a link in the description box below. My starter is almost ready, but before I start making the dough, I want to make a quick lunch. We still have leftovers from the weekend, which makes my Sunday reset day a bit easier. Eyal made a delicious pat, but there is only a little bit left, so I will also make a quick and simple salmon, and the boys and I can share everything together. The dough I'm making today is from the same recipe I shared here on my YouTube channel. I will link the sourdough tutorial video in the description box below in case you want to try it yourself. It it's just Uri and me sitting down for lunch. Tomer will be here later. We have chicken pat with boiled egg and a little bit of eggplant salad that my mother-in-law made for us. It is extra delicious with homemade mayo. We also have some green beans and a salmon and a little bit of chimichurri sauce. Lunch is so good, and I'm very thankful for the food we have. At this point though, I'm starting to feel a bit tired. I realize I planned too many tasks for today, and all I really want to do now is finish up my chores quickly and enjoy some quiet crochet time. The beef tallow looks ready, but it can wait. I will take some time to crochet first, and then I will get back to the next step of this wet method process. I will need to strain it through a cheesecloth and put it in the fridge overnight. I love crocheting this Granny Stripe Shawl along with you all, and I'm so sad I'm almost done with it. It's only 2 days later that I managed to get back to the Tallow and continue recording for this vlog. The temperature dropped so much here, I have a sore throat and feel a little off, so I'm trying to slow down as much as I can. Taking off the cold fat block is quite satisfying. I'm supposed to clean the dirty layer, but there isn't one. Still, I scrub it a little, and now I need to repeat the process all over again. And while the oven is heating up, I spread a layer of this beef tallow left on my paper towel onto my chopping board. I'm wearing one of my M-Day scarves today. It keeps my neck warm and cozy, but doesn't feel heavy or too much. This is the longer size on the pattern, so it wraps easily twice around my neck and helps me stay warm and comfortable. Next week we will be celebrating Hanukkah here. It's also almost 1 year since we lost Modi, my brother-in-law, and I definitely feel the weight of that, both physically and mentally. I've been thinking a lot about what a special person he was, a wonderful father, husband, son, and brother who always thought of others. Next week we will light the Hanukkah candles without him, and that touches me deeply. But I'm still very excited and looking forward to the family gatherings for this special holiday of light. And so for the last step, I'm just heating it up a little to get it easily into the jars. And this is it. It seems like a long process, but it is a very satisfying one. And the tallow is actually odorless.